Hi, I'm Jeremiah Proffitt.
And I'm Chandra Proffitt, and welcome to a special Christmas episode of Proffitt's Resurrection Land Cruisers TV. One of these Land Cruisers has a lot left to do. Let's hope Proffitt's elves can get it all done before Christmas.
Yeah! Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hopper's begun. That's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell rock.
With all the guys trying to finish up some of the last minute tasks on the couple of trucks that are leaving before Christmas, not many things happening down this row right here, but let's check these cars out anyway. This is a body off 1984 BJ70 Restoration, and it's so cool. It's a color change, and it's got the Cummins R2.8, FJ60 R2.8 conversion, and this has a new frame that we put underneath it because the frame was bent, getting ready to go back together, and I suspect that we're probably going to end up doing a Stage 2 restoration on this one too. And then a 40 series body off, this 1978 for the original owner, and this is also a color change. I'm a little bit more stock, but it's got some off-road goodies on it. We'll be featuring this one really soon. Oh my goodness, value being added. There is actually an elf on this cruiser. What are you doing?
I am putting in the new steering stabilizer mount.
Sweetness. How come we do a steering stabilizer on these?
It improves the feel of the steering, and just makes it ride a lot nicer.
Especially with the Saginaw. So what we found out is with Saginaw power steering, which we have to use when we do the Cummins R2.8 conversion, because there's no room for a regular steering box because of the intercooler, Saginaw power steering has so much assist that it almost feels like it's just too easy to turn the steering wheel. As a matter of fact, it is too easy to turn the steering wheel. And that's great off-road, but on the road it can feel like the vehicle's wandering even if it's not. So that steering stabilizer dampens it. I guess I wonder that's why they call it a steering dampener. Dampens the steering, makes it feel a lot better. It's a good improvement to these builds. And check out this guy, by the way. Body off, 40 series, Cummins R2.8. It's a beauty. What's all this?
Duct tape. Residue.
Thank you for enunciating the T in duct tape.
That's one of
and
my,
not saying duct tape like everybody else says.
It's one of my pet peeves.
Santa Yeah, nobody says duct. It's duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape is a brand.
Yeah.
It's got little ducks on the
I
tape.
don't use duck, I use gorilla.
Oh.
But isn't Gorilla Tape a form of duct tape?
No, it's gorilla tape.
And if you're using duct tape on a door panel, isn't it door panel tape?
Yeah. We also have to bring these sides
That's
once we
a duct.
put this on.
See that tape up there? That's not even duct tape,
And
but it's on a duct,
We
which
have to
makes it
wrap
duct
this
tape.
too.
So that awkward silence part that was in there, is that where you go wah wah wah?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens.
Jesus, I love the sound of that. You can tell you know what we're doing when somebody says, I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. So one of the Land Cruisers that we're getting to its owner before Christmas is this 88 FJ62 behind me. We did just kind of a refresh on it. It's not so much a restoration. There was so much exterior damage, no rust, but I mean, it looked like somebody took a baseball bat to this thing. Every single panel was dented. The roof was completely caved in. The guys did a phenomenal job on the metalwork and bodywork it took to get this thing back to looking respectable. And then we added some good Proffitt's doodads here and there, some mechanical repairs, and it's definitely going to be ready to go for this guy. In fact, he's flying in. He's going to pick it up this week. We don't really like doing Stage 1 refinishes like this, but this FJ62 actually did qualify because we weren't changing the color and the jams were in pretty good shape. One of our go-to additions to this Stage 1 refinish is Line-Xing the bottom 3 inches of the rockers, and we also added a set of PRLC rock sliders. So this sleigh is better at hauling all the toys and goodies to his family. We added an EZ Awn K9 roof rack. All in all, this FJ62 makes for one sweet holiday cruiser. You know, Toyota really supports us in the Land Cruiser community by keeping a lot of parts available that we use. And one of the parts that's actually surprising for most people, and it was surprising for me when we first found out, is that the FJ62 dashboard is still available brand new from Toyota. Only in gray, but You can paint them brown if you have a brown interior, and the fact that this is still available makes for a super easy way to make the interior of the FJ62 look brand new again. Anyway, here's Bob, our most knowledgeable, highest paid employee of almost 20 years, and he's doing the most technical job you could possibly imagine on this vehicle.
Cleaning mud flaps.
Cleaning mud.
Yeah. Nobody does it to suit me, so I have to jump in and make it all look nice, and there you go.
So what we got going on? This we're buffing. This is why I wear my Santa hat. Hope I didn't get my hat dirty. You want to use this? You want to use this buff pad?
Or like a rag to wipe it down?
Bob, this is the softest, supplest wipe. You don't need to worry about me scratching it with this. You can wear yours on Thursday, because on Thursday we're still going to be here working on this. Somehow this cruiser is going to be all ready and done in 3 days. It's going to happen. Alex is not here. He's not here, not mounting this intercooler.
Intercooler's mounted.
Geez, wasn't it just like this morning, maybe an hour ago, when you said there's no way to mount this intercooler, and then an hour later it's just mounted? That's why they call him the wizard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This is a 12HT Toyota diesel in its natural home. The one that was in here a few days ago was blown to smithereens, destroyed. Luckily we had a good used replacement, and this guy's gonna be back on the road to running and driving again really soon. And that's cool because he is about ready to be a daddy, the owner of this cruiser. His wife's pregnant and she is due like any day now, so he definitely needs a family vehicle, and so we're gonna get him back on the road. Throwing in an aftermarket intercooler, which will help this engine with the EGTs driving around the mountains of Colorado. What are you making, Jordan?
I'm making a cooler tray for this 40 here, so he can stick his igloo and his little water bottle in there.
Kind of a client engineered, please make this for me project, but it's gonna work out cool.
Yeah,
This Land Cruiser, that we've done a lot of work on this thing, and projects like this hardly ever get on the episode, but we'll look at this cruiser a little bit when we're done with this, but this will work out pretty good. It's sort of a bespoke, purpose-built cooler / water cooler mount. Make the guy happy.
Yeah, he's gonna enjoy it. I like it.
And then we're gonna make what? You gotta make some other stuff on this. There's a whole list.
We're also gonna do a rooftop support for an ARB roof rack.
So we can carry his canoe.
Yeah. So we'll start fabbing up on that after this cooler tray is built. And yeah, some custom little goodies for this truck.
Sweet, can't wait to see him.
Cool.
So this is a local FJ40, and we already did a lot of bodywork and paint to it. This was rusted bad and beat up, and we took care of that the last time it was in the shop, replaced all the metal, and did quarter panel, actually I think the whole tub we refinished, but patina style, right, so that it matches in and blends in. And then we did Vortex on the inside, did a lot of mechanical work, powder coated some original disc brake wheels. We had a disc brake swap. A lot of love in this old FJ40. Great owner. This is the guy who uses it all the time. This cruiser's living the dream. We don't like to draw attention to the negative, but we love these vehicles so much. Sometimes we just have to point out things that weren't done right so that we can try to prevent things from happening to Land Cruisers in the future, or any vehicle for that matter, that should have been done differently. So we were introducing a new segment called Stop It.
Stop it.
Stop it! Stop it!
Why am I holding this box of spaghetti? It's to illustrate a point. This kind of spaghetti is good, but when it comes to wiring, spaghetti is bad. If your wiring looks like this after it's cooked, all mixed up but in different colors, stop it. So this might seem like it's a worst case example, but actually it's all too common that FJ40s and vehicles, older vehicles, end up looking like this. The wiring on this vehicle is probably why this thing ended up in the junkyard somewhere, right, for parts, because it got to the point where it was just unovercomable, right? Nobody can discern what any of that does, and whoever did that was thinking they were doing the right thing. They thought they were adding value. So there are good ways to rewire your Land Cruiser. They almost all involve restoring a factory harness. Staying away from aftermarket wiring at almost any cost is usually the right thing to do, but certainly you can see that this thing was done very, very poorly. So in this case, bad wiring killed the cruiser. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Cruiser Claus told you that 2 lucky boys were gonna get their Land Cruisers before Christmas. You already saw the red FJ60, and this beautiful 1997 FZJ80 behind me is going to make someone very, very happy on Christmas morning. Let's check it out. The restoration on this Land Cruiser is one of our Stage 2s. It's more than just a Stage 1 exterior refinish. The entire vehicle was disassembled, and all of the components were refinished individually, including the inside of the engine compartment. Under the hood is an all-new Toyota 1FZ FE. You can still get the short blocks for this engine right from Toyota, and you can also buy a new head. So virtually all of the engine components are new OEM. We scrounged up an almost perfect set of factory running boards to complete the stock look on this Land Cruiser. We disassembled the running boards, powder coated the steel structure, and then painted the side of the running board the bumper color. We reconditioned the plastic on the top of the running boards, and they look brand new. Surprisingly enough, you can still get all of the bumper components new from Toyota for an FJ80 or an FZJ80 like this one. The front bumper and bumper ends and both rear bumper ends are all brand new from Toyota, right out of the box. The interior of this Land Cruiser got a lot of love. We replaced the leather, of course, on all 3 rows of seats, and there's a new carpet kit. We also put a Royal Burlwood new dash kit everywhere, and that looks beautiful. And then, of course, an upgraded audio system. This got a Pioneer, a double din with nav and reverse camera, set up and all new speakers on the 9 system throughout the vehicle. This Land Cruiser is almost all OEM, but there are a couple of aftermarket components. We chose Method wheels for this build, and these are the Method 703. It's a great look for an 80 series. And we also installed a pair of Baja Designs fog lights in the front bumper with an OEM replica switch. It's a lot of fun to put this much care and attention into a newer Land Cruiser like this. We pushed the reset button on this Land Cruiser, and it's going to be around for a long time. We're going to try to address in our videos some of the comments that you guys are making so you can make sure that you know that we think what you're saying is important. And today I want to talk about the music that we have in some of our videos. Since the very beginning of these episodes, and there's 42 of them now, we've been getting comments about the music. Normally it's turn it down, and we've done that. We've listened, and our music is at probably the lowest level it's ever been, and I've even got a couple of comments appreciating that. But let me tell you why there's music. I get to see these videos before they're completely ready for YouTube, and normally the music isn't in them at that time. And I can tell you right now, they're awful to watch if there's not some background music. I'm not sure why that is, but the dead silence just doesn't work. And you really don't want to hear me talking the whole time, right? So we're gonna listen to your comments about music. Let us know if there's some better music that you know of, and if you're a band or an artist that wants to record us something specific, then we'd be super interested in talking to you too. So thanks for the comments and keep them coming.
Thanks for watching this special Christmas episode of Proffitt's Resurrection Land Cruisers TV.
Happy holidays from all of us here at the shop, and make sure you check out our Instagram feed at Pro Cruiser. On Facebook, we're Resurrection Land Cruisers, and the website is resurrectionlandcruisers.com. Thanks for watching. It's actually the perfect pot pie device.
Yeah, actually.
You think about it.
Right.
Not that I'm ever eating any pot pie ever again.
Pot pies are so good.
Pot pies are not good. Pot pies are not good. This
Pot
from the
pies
guy.
are amazing.
This from the guy who has a toaster that toasts the hot dog and the bun.
And the bun.
That's actually pretty.
Damn right.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know. It was a gift.
No, you could have ended that sentence with "You don't eat a pot pie."
You could eat cottage cheese with a fork. I've done it before. It actually works.
Cottage cheese is a side dish. That cottage cheese is a side dish. That's okay. If the thing you're eating with a spoon is a side dish, it's okay. If it's the whole meal, it's just one substance to eat with the spoon. That's when it's not okay. Because I'm a tree hugger. Believe it or not, I just came up with that. That was not. I didn't hug the tree because I'm a tree hugger. I was hugging the tree when I came up with the answer to the question, "Why are you hugging the tree?" And I'm a tree hugger.
Okay.